Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending where you're watching me from. My name is MC Omaricha Smart, the voice of the universe. Is Catholic Church now a cult or something else? Our church is becoming something else, and our church is turning to something else that some of us can no longer comprehend. Is Catholic Church now a cult where the voice of the truth will be suppressed? Before you come after me, I'm a former senior seminarian. I'm a former senior seminarian. If you come to my phone, you will see Reverend Father this, Reverend Father that, about 30 Reverend Fathers, some of my classmates that are Reverend Father today. So before you come here to talk nonsense, you cannot be more Catholic than me. I spent years in seminary school, philosophy, theology, canon law, metaphysics. So I know the church more than you, and I know Bible more than you. This is my cross. I'm still a Catholic, but I don't go normally these days because of things that are happening these days. Since year 2000, they started ordaining these young boys, Reverend Fathers. Things has fallen apart. It's all these young Reverend Fathers that are competing with cars now. Things has fallen apart. Catholic Church is no longer what it used to be. Things are gradually falling apart. The church is now being run like a court. If you talk, your voice will be silenced. You can easily be assassinated. The church is no longer a center of refuge. Church is now more dangerous than politics. Look at this reverend sister you are seeing here. A reverend sister that you are seeing here, this picture. She came out after years of suppression, after years of thinking and meditating. She came out to voice out, telling Catholic Church to stop Reverend Fathers from using them as sex slaves. Telling Catholic Church authority to do something because Reverend Fathers are using Reverend Sisters as sex slaves. Before this Reverend Sister came out to talk, do you know how many years she has been abused or what she has seen in the convent by Reverend Fathers? Before somebody come out to say something, that thing has been happening for years. She gathered the courage to complain. Maybe she had been complaining to the Mother General or to the parish priest. None of them do anything or do something about it. She now came out complaining that Reverend Fathers are using them as sex slaves. Instead of church authority to summon her, tell her to call the names of Reverend Fathers that are sexually molesting her, investigate the matter, and take proper penalties of those involved. What did the church do? They sacked her from convent. Aye. They sacked her from convent and silenced her voice forever. One Reverend Father in the Ngwa, Abia State, came out and said, Reverend Fathers are not committing fornications, even more than non-Reverend Fathers. Things has fallen apart. Iniquities happening in the church of God. Bishop will do something. Bishop will do something. Bishop will do something. What did the bishop do? They suspend the Reverend Father. It happened in the Ngwa, Abia State. Did you see what is happening? The church now suppressed the voice. Government suppressed the voice. So between church and politics, which one is more in evil practices? Yesterday I was in a voice note with some of my friends, Reverend Fathers, when I was in seminary school. We are discussing about this topic. Some genuine ones among them, if you hear them, if you hear their voice and their complaint, you will know that a lot is happening in the church. Not all of them. There are genuine ones, genuine reverend fathers. There are genuine reverend sisters. My classmate in seminary school, I was on voice note with them. WhatsApp voice note. We are about 36 discussing about the issue, sexual scandal in Catholic Church by reverend fathers and reverend sisters. But you dare not talk. Because if you talk, you'll be silenced forever. So I want to say, since the church doesn't want the truth again, that means we are finished. You see this heaven? You see this heaven? Nobody is going to heaven. Nobody is going to heaven. The church is no longer the house of God. The church is now a charade of iniquity, where evil and atrocity is being practiced on a daily basis. If you now go to Pentecostals, that's when you will know that Catholic Church is still learning business. In Pentecostals, where we will find iniquities from evils in the church. Catholic Church is now becoming a center of cultism, center of evil people, center of sham and juju. The person sitting beside you, if you talk rubbish, he will give you a chair. In CMO, Catholic Men Organization, they are there fighting for positions, killing themselves. In CWO, Catholic Women Organization, they are there fighting for who will get attention from reverend fathers. In altar boys, in altar girls, they are there fucking themselves and having sex. What of the choir members in the gallery? The church is no longer a place of worship, but now a charade of iniquity. And what surprises me is that after all this, somebody can quietly go and receive Holy Communion. That is why I stopped that Holy Communion, because it doesn't work again. I have seen a lot committed iniquity on Friday, fornicate on Saturday, and still receive Holy Communion, and the person is still alive. Is there good reverend fathers? Very, very. They're too much. Is there bad reverend fathers? Yes, we have. We have many of them that are humanizers. We have many of them that are homosexuals. We have many sisters that are what? Into lesbianisms. The church protects and hide all these iniquities without giving a proper penalties to those involved. You see, all these priests from 2005, they're not priests again. The church is now a center where people go and take refuge. Because once you're a reverend father, the church will begin to feed you. Catholic women will begin to feed you. And your people will not buy you a car. Take it or leave it. 70% of those entering seminary school to go and become a reverend father doesn't enter there because they have a call. They enter there because of opportunity, where you can stay and have everything you want. 70% of those going to seminary school to become priests are not going there because they have a call. They see that place as a way to escape poverty. Because reverend fathers now are building houses in their father's house, driving cars, buying land, and building hostels. Come, let me see hostels built by reverend fathers. Properties, plazas built by reverend fathers. You preach heaven in the pulpit. Heaven at last. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. The same reverend father, the same pastors that preach heaven at last, acquiring properties. No wife, no children. You are acquiring properties. The church sees and keep quiet. When you talk, you be silenced. Some reverend fathers have a wife and children. Some reverend fathers have a wife and children. Hidden somewhere, the church, you know. Go to Google and type sexual scandals by reverend fathers. You will see how much Rome spent in covering the iniquities of these dubious reverend fathers. Type in Google sexual scandals by Catholic reverend fathers and child fedos, something. Those people that sleep with underage, you will see how church covered the iniquities. Yeah, it is good to cover the iniquities. It is good to protect the church. But the question is, what penalties did you give those that are involved? No priest that committed adultery will be suspended. No priest that committed homosexuality will be suspended. No priest that committed evil will be suspended. But those priests that came out to speak against evil will be suspended. A reverend father came out and said, enough is enough. We are fornicating inside the altar. They suspended him. A sister came out and said, they are using us as what? Sex slave. They suspended him. Out of those reverend fathers that are involved in this crime, when they open your eyes and you see what is happening in the church, you can be more Catholic than me. Is that because I don't want to talk? Do you know what we saw? Do you know what we passed through for spending 7 to 8 years in seminary school? And we came out. Think it's easy? A lot is happening. The church of God is finished. The time has come when people like me, I'll go and bring Amadio and begin to worship him. Because I'm afraid. Some of them are so dubious, so money conscious. Priests buying landed properties, building hostels, and still preaching heaven at last. Pastors had even the worst. It is finished. Church is now a jamboree of iniquity. Nothing is happening in the church any longer. It is pure business. Take it or leave it. 70% of Catholic Reverend fathers doesn't have a call to become priest. They see the priest as a way to escape poverty. If you become a Reverend Father, your people will buy you a car. Church will give you a house and take care of you till you die. A way to escape poverty. Then 30% that is remaining, 15% among them, their parents push them to become Reverend Father because of what they will gain. It is only 15% that have a call to become a priest. 70% become priest to escape poverty. 15% become priest because of their father, their parents push them to become priest. 15% have a call to become priest. From the year 2005 till now, these young boys are not priests. They are business people in the altar. Pentecostals are even the worst. Heaven is a personal race. I know that the church can protect the iniquity, protect the scandal, but let the church penalize the evil ones. So that those good ones and more reverend fathers will not feel cheated. When you talk, you'll be silenced. Before you accuse me or talk rubbish, you can't be more Catholic than me. Do you know why I came out? Should I talk? I no go talk. Because this sister talk. That reverend father and I say to talk. Things are happening. The ones you see is what you will see. The ones you do not see, you no go see them. The church has a secret. We know, but we no go talk. We just come out and say, no, let me go and marry and fuck than be in the altar, sinning against my spirit and claiming by my reverend father. Heaven is a personal race. The time has come. You go and bring a Madioha, here's a one in Sobali. Carve it, Ndi Ichie, Ndi Bonandegede, and begin to worship them in our houses. Church. Catholic Church. Things are happening inside the room.